everybody. Welcome. If you remember, the other day I made fudge, and it was peanut butter, a can of peanut butter, of course, at room temperature, a can of frosting that you put in the microwave until you melted so that it was pourable, and I put that in a glass dish with some parchment paper and a little bit of oil on the bottom so it wouldn't stick. And this recipe originally I saw a couple of years ago was on a channel called Catherine's Plates, Plates, and she used peanut butter and vanilla frosting and said that it had to set up for 4 to 6 hours, and then she showed how she cut it, and it was formed and it looked good. So I said, I'm going to try that. I think maybe the mistake I made was I added marshmallows and walnuts to make it rocky road. It wouldn't set up. It tasted more like peanut butter. It didn't really taste anything like chocolate. So I checked it after 6 hours. It wasn't ready. It was Tuesday night. Checked it yesterday. It was pretty much the same. We tasted it to see what the taste would be like, and they decided that it was too peanut buttery. And then I checked it again this morning. Now this morning we'll see a little bit of difference. I still have it in the refrigerator. Like I said, I started this on Tuesday, and I did say I'd never done it before. But since it was 2 ingredients, I really didn't expect it not to come out good. So, get me a butter knife here, or spatula, whatever comes up first. I'm going to cut a small piece. Cuts very easy. Like I said, almost too easy. It does take a shape, and it does hold its form, and it doesn't taste bad, other than I think it's too much peanut butter in it. And my sister-in-law called me last night and asked me, how'd that come out? She said, I'm going to try that. So when I told her what happened, we discussed it and decided that the marshmallows held too much moisture. That it would have been much better off, if it's going to be any setup, don't use the marshmallows. That's a guess now, but I think my curiosity has me wanting to try that again, just to see what will happen. As you can see, it's very hot today again. It did rain last night. It's very sunny. It's a beautiful day. There's a few clouds, but it's mostly blue skies. It's just, again, really too hot to do anything outside. This is my very own cucumber. I grew my own cucumber. These are my huge tomatoes. They're almost like Romas. They're not. They're supposed to be regular, but they're almost like Romas. And if you don't pick these when they get this size, and they don't even get this right, the bottoms will start to go bad. They'll go bad from the bottom up. I don't know what that's all about. They're getting plenty of water. A lot of times, it's not in they're not in the ground. They're in a bucket. But a lot of times, they get watered twice a day. They have to. They're just too much in the sun, and the leaves are starting to curl. And what would you like, Mr. Brady? Come over here and say hello. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to say hello? I don't have anything for you to eat, and I don't want you licking my legs. Why don't you just sit down somewhere? Okay. So I have that. And what else did I have out there? The cucumber leaves actually look pretty bad. There's more cucumbers out there, but I should have moved the bucket. They got kind of burned up. What do you want, Brady? Don't whine to Mama. What do you want? Go see Bob. Go see Bob. And I do have also a huge tote with strawberries in it. It's beautiful. It's very green. It's gotten very big. It's starting to have leaders. It's starting to stretch out. But I don't know if there'll be any strawberries, so that'll be something that we'll have to watch out for. Over on the deck, around the deck, the three sides that are closed up, I have hostas. I've had them there for years, but it seems like every spring when I go to count, see empty spaces, I realize the chipmunks and the squirrels must have gotten the hostas, and what they're doing is they're digging a hole alongside of it, and then they're going under the deck and pulling it through. So I usually replace a couple. I haven't done that yet this year. I have bought them, but it's way too hot to plant. The theory is they're better off in the ground than they are in the pot. And I agree with that. But this is, I don't think that they have enough time to acclimate to this heat. So I'm going to hold off for probably, depending on the weather of course, another 3 or 4 weeks before I put them in the ground. I have 2 hostas out in the front that are at the sidewalk, and they shouldn't have been planted there. They were really nice, and they still are, and they come up every year. But I worry every year that I'm going to lose them because of the heat. So I make sure that they stay really well watered. Also, you have to keep, that really loves the water, is if you have hibiscus. I have one that's in the sun in the front, and I have 3 that is in the back, and they haven't bloomed yet, but they're getting buds. They're late bloomers, and 2 of them don't get a full 8 hours sun, but the one does, except for it's got humongous ornamental grass around it, and the ornamental grass does help to shade it a bit. The only thing I had to do is keep the Japanese beetles off it. And they will decimate it. They will eat him through, you're looking, you can read right through the leaf. It's just terrible. So we put up a pole and the beetle bags and the little round discs that you put on them that there's drawn to them, and they drop into the bag, which is I can't think what it's called. It's that lemon smell. But anyway, that does help considerably. After the first 24 hours, I had way too many to even think about in that bag. So at least they weren't eating on the plants. Okay. I think that's going to be all for today. I just wanted to let you know what happened with the fudge. It's edible right now as it is. Or you could eat it with ice cream, nothing wrong with that. But I will try it again, and we're going to see what happens. I'll try it exactly the way she tried it, with just peanut butter and vanilla frosting, and see what happens on that one. At first I thought maybe it had something to do with the temperature. I don't know. I think it was the marshmallows holding too much moisture and didn't allow it to harden up. Okay, so that being said, I have a little fan by my side because it's so hot everywhere. Thank you for watching. I hope that you watched on Tuesday so you realize what we were talking about. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. We do a little bit of gardening, we do a little bit of cooking, we do a little bit of day in the life, and that's about it. Okay, have a great day, and wherever you are, stay cool. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Bye now.